How we feeling, chat? Here we go, here we go. Under control, under control. Where they at, where they at, where they at, where they at? This is not, this is a single shot rifle. Throw up top. Baby, that was a 1-2. Bam, 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 Bigelow. Coleman. Where the Colemans at? Where the Colemans at? Oh, baby, we're snapping today. Oh, call us Rice Krispies because we're snap, crackle, and pop, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go after him here. Don't hurt my legs. Rice Krispie. Speaking of. I didn't forget about the Rice Krispies. Where they at? Where the heck is everyone? There we go. Oh. Did we get the last one? You think we got the last one? Think we got it? The perfectly cut music.net. I don't know if we got the last one. I felt like we clicked his head, but was it a double head click? I don't think so. Who got us? Archie Heron. Sounds like a comic. It's good though. It felt good, you know? You can barely hear us over the game. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we got it. We got it turned down a little bit. So we want this in like. There we go. I don't mind talking louder, but normally I don't like to get to the red. Right now we're talking the red. Nonetheless, there are those that said Daniel, it could never happen. You'll never, ever get what you need to get the Bitcoin farm, ladies and gentlemen. You're definitely procrastinating schoolwork. Yeah, look, if you watch the show, the schoolwork will get itself done. Where we last left off, ladies and gentlemen, there should be multiple Bitcoins pumping there. Multiple Bitcoins pumping?
Bruh.
Someone's had their hand in the cookie pot, ladies and gentlemen. I would never point the finger. But someone's got their hand in the cookie pot. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Cut the music, please. Albert. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we get some 999 spam in chat? We bought the lower end loot box. What could go wrong here? Just the 999 spam in chat for good luck, ladies and gentlemen.
Goody.
For 6,000, I think we got our money back. You think we got our money back? You're from West Palm Beach. Yo, I grew up low-key a Dolphins fan. Did we get our money back? Okay, we got it. You know what? Scared money doesn't make money. All right, let's just ease on into it today, ladies and gentlemen. Just ease into it. Should I have the right? I do have the right keys. All right, let's go. Thank you guys so much for being here. Looking forward to the week of shows. Hope you are as well. Mazzy, thanks for the 9 months. MP is bro, thanks for the 6 months. John mows the law. Moans. John mows the lawn 458. Thank you for the 2 months of support. Big Eggy Boy, thanks for the 5 months of Prime. Draken, thanks for the 2 months. D Regan, 55 with the rare air tier space 3 spam in chat for 20 months. Thank you so much for the long-term over-the-top support. Big Eggy Boy, thanks for the 3 gifted subs. Little Hat Logan, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. We open up a pack in your honor on Friday. And Disloyal WB, thank you for the 3 months of Prime. 100% invented Tiny Toons. That took me a second. It's your week off, Little Hat Logan. Yo, what do you do for work that you have a week off now? I gotta ask. Okay. Yo, Les, what's going on? Not new webcam. I moved the lighting. So fourth wall, the lighting used to be here and here. And then with the standing desk, it knocked over one of the lights. So now instead of the lights being here and here, it's here and here. I don't know if it's any better. Does it look better? Looks way better? That's probably how it's supposed to be lit. Thank you. Can we please get some dang pack spam in the chat? You're hoping you can catch a full week of shows this week. You're fully off Wednesday and Friday. It's a pogged up week, I'm gonna tell you right now. It looks better. Who would have thought, ladies and gentlemen, that we have...
That is new tech.
That we have new tech and we're using it improperly. Who would have thought that? I bet someone who, like, I don't know, we just put stuff up and hope it works, you know? Like, I think the tech is good, just the placement is not good. Michael Benson, thanks for the 4 months of support, man. Appreciate your positivity bringing the community. Big Eggy Boy, thank you for the 2 additional gifted subs. We open up a pack in your honor on Friday. I don't know how you handle lights in your face. Actually, it doesn't bother me. The only thing I did go to when I had to get a contact deal or something. What's going on with this raid, Nikita? I'm like, hey, is there any studies on like people looking into LED lights for an extended period of time? And he's like, nah, you're fine. I'm like, okay. You can spend hours on lighting or stream for hours in the dark. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Donkey, 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 donkey. All right, let's open up a piping hot poll here. Why in chat?
Let's go.
If you think we're gonna start the day with a W, and in chat if you think the hard L is incoming. How many red shirts do I own? I'd probably say around 4-ish. 4 to 6. Oh, what was that? See that? Game's a little loud, huh? You didn't see that due to raviolis. 84% believe that we're going to start the day with a hard W. I'm rubber banding. I've never had that ever in Tarkov. Did you guys see that? Or is that just me? It's been happening lately. Wow. Yeah, that's extremely rare air for Tarky. Tarky's been a little laggy since the update. Because my question is, was the update, was it optimization? What did they do? Deadly was having issues this morning too. Clears up by about 3 minutes in. Brett Anadoluski, ladies and gentlemen. President Tarkov extraordinaire. Yo, gas, not the gas we want, but maybe the gas we deserve. All right, let's move the needle here. I'm feeling like oddly dialed in. I don't want to spoil anything, but we have a Warzone series on YouTube. And was today's episode? Today's episode is titled Dopamine in My Arms. We'll just leave it at that. You like your strict ending at 10 p.m. stream on Saturday? Yeah, that did not happen. Armamine. Oh, sorry for the stutter on exclamation point stutter in chat. Time for you to learn a new map. You have memorized Shoreline. That's how you play the game. One map at a time. You started playing Warzone after watching Team Unity play it. There's I mean, I could talk about it forever, but it's, to me, it's just the most fun BR I've ever played. It's a good mix of like arcade with some realism, where like PUBG is super rabbies. Hold on. Pausing for rabs. Whenever there's rabs, I just make sure I don't have Dropbox open. The other thing I could do, tomorrow, if this, because I feel like this is a normal thing now. Like it gets a little rabby. You think it's Twitch? So then if it's Twitch, then I would just switch servers. And I feel like maybe for tomorrow's show, I'll switch servers. Or maybe now, depending on... Normally we dip our toe in the spaghetti sauce for a minute.
Let's go.
So typically, it should be back now. Typically, we dip our toe in the ravies for a minute. And then the stuff comes out. It's wait, so you know, I need to have a little camera here for you guys. This was happening on different streams this morning, so it's probably just on Twitch's end. I meant like dip our toe in the sauce. I'm just looking at, I've showed you guys the bar before. It's like a red, yellow, green bar. And if it's red, it means Ravi City. I'm getting good numbers, but I'm still getting Ravies. All right. We're back to green. We're back to the marinara only. Okay, we're good. All right. That's typically what happens. Not as long, but I feel like the past week or so, we have a tiny bit of ravs at the beginning of the show. And it'll be like 2 seconds of ravs. Should we go in the mall? Stability. Okay, we're back, boys. What? Sorry, we should call that. We're in the pesto. I don't know why, man. Pesto. Pesto is good eats, but I feel like it's not super common. We are using the drop Rubenstein. Does anyone have pesto on the regular? Like, I think I might have had pesto once in my life, and now that we're talking about it, it's like extremely good eats. What are my PC specs? You'd have to exclamation point PC may work. Someone's behind us. What is pesto made of? I need to, you know what? I know what I'm making for Mother's Day. Make a little, how do we make pesto? Has anyone got a good eats? I stopped liking pesto since you work in an industrial restaurant. What's an industrial restaurant? You're actually eating pesto right now? What are the odds? What is the base? What's like the base of pesto? Pine nuts and basil. Olive oil, pine nuts, and basil. So what do? Just You just put it in the blender. Why is it called pesto though? Basil oil, nuts, garlic, parm, and a food processor. I wonder if we can get that stuff in time. What is there like a good meat that goes with pesto? Joe Pesci. How is that not a sauce? Pesci's pesto sauce. I would buy some. Chicken con carne with Joe Pesci's pesci. Joe Pesci's pesci pesto. Come on. This stuff, look. These products don't come around that often, Joseph. Joe Pesci's pesci with pesto. let's get some gas here. Proportions must be right, otherwise you get sauced up. Was that pun intended? Would I ever do a cooking stream as a meme? Maybe. But no. The most you're gonna get out of me from a cooking stream, if you look us up on TikTok, you'll see us how we make cereal. Do I cook? You know what? I like to cook. I like to cook the meats and the savory sides. You know, grilling. So it goes grilling, then meat in the oven, and then side dish that's salty. That's my order of desire in cooking. But I did find in I took a culinary arts class, aka home ec. I took a home ec class in high school. I really liked it because like I'd never cracked eggs or anything like that, but learned a ton. And then we took culinary arts and made some cool stuff like angel food cake and French onion soup. And I think I kind of like, I like it. I like cooking. It's the whole cleaning it up after. What I could do with that. But I think grilling is probably the top tier. Marinade and grill is the top tier of cooking for me. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Unless someone teaches you to cook or you have a desire to cook as a kid. Like, when do you ever learn that? You gotta, like, self-teach. You know what, Linus? I don't even know. I don't even know what's enabled. It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, yeah, you should do it. Or I just, you know, take time and stream more or whatever. That'd be something on the list of things to do. I don't know, there's just something about throwing meat on a fire. Someone's up here. Why in chat if you think there's something about throwing meat on a fire, and in chat if you think I'm just making something up? Is that a player? You think it was a player? Yeah. He didn't have a helmet on. So we got to talk about the drop Rubenstein. Kaiser Soze. I like the drop Rubenstein, but its abilities are a little limited, you know? Like, I think we have a base model SKS there. I think we win. What was the vote on the good wood and meat? Gas barbecue is Minkus though. You know, there's a part of me whenever you start the grill, you're like, it could just explode, right? But the scientists in chat probably say it's probably not actually possible. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but 95% believe there's something about throwing meat on a fire. We could do an 8R. We could do 8R today. Yeah, Drop Rubenstein is good running through dorms. I've never used a charcoal grill. What is it like? Growing up, we'd go to my grandma's and she had a charcoal grill. I just remember them throwing the charcoals in there and then
brand new subscribers.
Having like lighter fluid, and they just dump it all over and then match it up. And then what? The charcoal lights on fire? Your dad is the CEO of barbecuing, says lighting a grill is safe. How could it be though? Like, there's an open gas source and a spark. How, like, I don't know. I guess I'm just willing to accept there's an inherent risk in hitting the button on the grill. Here we go. I think we're at Doom 2. How do you light your stove? Look, the same way. Like, we have a gas grill. That's extremely Minkus too. It's something about food, huh? We're completely chat. Can we get 0 to 100? What's our level of dial right now? We're out here talking about exploding grills. Charcoal. -10. I'm with you guys on that. We could dial in. I'm okay down. But we're talking about like real life issues. Exploding grills. Lighting gas fires, you know? Now, grilling could be a different deal. All right. What is it about food that gets people undialed? Myself, the leading candidate. Oh, we got all this good wood. Remember, we got all this good wood from one of the traders. Let's use this bad boy. Do I ever stress eat? I don't stress eat. My problem is not my problem, but the thing that I do. I'll just eat late at night, and not like a lot, but just like a little rat got into the kitchen or something. But I've identified that as an area of needing to be changed a little bit. The Zuck is 400k. Let's take advantage of it then. All right. I like this gun. The Zuck. You guys are saying the Zuck is should we sell it? BS ammo. You know what? Scared money doesn't make money. 90. 120,000 in bullets. Why not? And then we'll buy some BT for the rest of them. Yeah, we're gonna die. I mean, if we're going in with $1,200 bullets, we're dialing. All right. Thank you guys for being patient. Let's do something to get the people going a little bit. Dunk it, the dunk. All right, look, I would say it's a very risky statistic, but we'll do it anyways. Thank you guys so much for being here, by the way. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Always the goal here, clean, positive entertainment. We haven't done this in a while. Let's do it. We're down to 360,000 ruples. You know what? But it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Full insurance. All right, we're loading in. What are you going to do next wave since you won't be able to buy guns, mods, and ammo off the flea market for a reasonable price? I mean, that's a little bit leading of a question. Nut Harbinger. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. To me, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to play the game in whatever format they present it. We're going to adjust. We're going to dial in. And just like anything else, I trust the vision. We're just along for the ride. But I'd be interested to hear your take on it. Or buy from traders. Ruples is not the issue. Prices remain to be seen. I feel it's only going to be a good change. My take is just like, if they make a bad change, usually they like a really bad one, which I can't even think of. They fix it really quickly, but I can't even think of a really bad change. But I guess I really don't understand, what are they doing? Will I go to labs for 1K in bits? No, you don't have to do that, man. We can do a labs run. What's the change? Yo, Pixel Void, I'm glad you enjoyed the interview with Voyboy. I really liked that one. That was a good interview. It was cool to talk to him, get to know his story. You can't resell things you didn't get in raid. I think that's a phenomenal change in the game. So like it just removes. So why would I don't understand why anything would change. Like it forces bots out of the game. All right, so the weight system wasn't properly dialed in. They altered it. Yeah, that's where, like, I don't know. I just don't. I have no concern about the direction of this game. I just don't. Like, they haven't done anything that has proven that they're not sticking to their vision, and they're being innovative and still listening to the community. That's why. I mean, you've played some games like, but I don't know. At the same time, like, sometimes I'll see some people, like, it'll be X person talk about X games and they ruined the game with this change, da 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 da. They're so out of touch with their player base. I'm like, all right, just don't play the game then. I'm not saying about Tarkov. I'm saying other games. That's just how I look at it. If the game's not fun, we won't play it. But the thing about Tarkov is the core gameplay itself. Go in, loot permanents, 1v1 situations. Pixel bloods on the line, like, that's not going to change. All the window dressing around it may change, but the core gameplay gets the blood pumping. That's just how I look at it, though. The only problem is gear that other players bring in do not count as found in raid. Please take some of this to help with the gameplay. Dialsoap.com. You can't buy mods and ammo and sell them on the market, so you can't buy BS off the market if you haven't unlocked it yet. And then how do you? So then you just unlock it, Forehead, right? Is that the answer? You just unlock it. All right, like that's just my genuine take on it. But at the same time, I understand people or players get familiar with something and they like the familiarity. So it's a no judgment zone. That's just my take on it. Just like I can remember, I had like a little twinge, just a minor twinge when Tarkov announced they were gonna have to make you load bullets one by one in raid. And I'm like, oh man, like, I don't know how this is gonna be. And then it's fine. You know, it adds just a different element to the game. But it used to not be like that. That's the only thing I had a small twinge. And when I say twinge, I'm saying like 0.001%. Like, But yeah, Josh Vibes was like, man, I love that about the game. That's what brought me in there. And to me, now it's like, just because no one else has done that, or you could say, well, this DayZ mod did this or whatever, or Arma. No one's done it to this scale. I will say the thing about this though, my only transition I'm having, it takes a little bit, is going from Warzone to this. It's a little bit like aiming is similar, but the pace and the mancicity. Ooh, that's good sup. You can remember the time before mag loading, you just brought in 2 high cap mags and instantly reloaded them. Yeah. Someone probably spawned directly in front of you in that tower. Find mincicity. The act of being mincus. Heard someone? Your super low sensitivity is disturbing. I will say this is the one game where I feel like I've got sensitivity figured out. Like this feels natural. I haven't found it in Warzone yet. What is our sensitivity settings? A couple weeks ago, we went back and watched our first Tarkov raid of all time, and I moved my mouse like an inch, and we did like a 720. Now you just need a better monitor. Maybe one day. Don't most people play with low sensitivity? No. I don't know what chat would be able to tell you what the hertz on my monitor is before I could tell you what the hertz on my monitor is. I have no idea. Got your first Warzone win on Saturday. Hogged out of your mind. I'll take that flex. Do I intend on playing more Bannerlord? Yeah, usually Tuesdays we play it. Do you think the average person could tell a difference looking at a 144 monitor versus a 60? Y in chat for yes, N in chat for no. It's so buttery. We talked about this last week, but does it make it like a movie at Best Buy? Or no? And there's a name for that, right? Chat, what's the name for the Best Buy? It's like upscaling or something. There's just so many different numbers and variables, you know? And if it's like if it's a quantum leap, I would consider doing it. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with my monitors now. Yo, Chad, no worries, man. It's a lot better. Would you say quantum leaps better? There's a little flash dance right there. Saw that? I was trying to line that shot up. You have a micro. There's one micro center store. I think it's in Madison Heights, which is like the east side of Michigan. With 60 hertz, you're locked in at 60 FPS or lower. So the hertz equals how many frames that you can display. Why don't they just call it a 60 FPS monitor then? Why they got to call it hertz? Why don't they just call it frames? I think maybe if I ever upgrade my computer, then I would get it. But right now, knock on wood, we don't need to. I actually don't know what we have. What do we have, chat? We have an i7. There's a guy up here. Where'd he go? Putting yourself at a gaming disadvantage. I guess that makes what we do all that much more impressive.
Bruh.
I never knew there was a gun up there. This guy's close. It was weird, huh? Did you hear like we got shot and then heard the noise? That was weird. What was that? Was he close enough for the reload? That was Nikita. He did a good job, man. He did a good job. Patience, dialed in. The exact opposite of us. I thought we were okay. You think we were shot from the tower? I don't know. Because we'll rally here. We'll rally. No, we could have done a much better job for sure. I may take a scav in somewhere though. You know what? Let's mix it up. We're not going to do a doom run just because we'll see if we can trade up here a little bit. Yo, thank you guys so much for all the support. I appreciate it. N Slater 1996, thanks for the 7 months of support. Joblings for the 1 space Y. Enjoy your gold chain. Thank you for the 1 year support. Borbagos for the 6 months. Enjoy your white gold chain. Thank you for all the over the top long-term support. Same thing for you, Jublings. Back to backpack. We essence MTRZ Gaming. Thanks for the 2 months. Iron Maniac. Thanks for the 9 months of support. Insert Irony for the gifted sub to Dova. Thank you. And
Let's
Fatness 132. Thank you for the 1 year. Says 1 year already. Time goes too fast when you get the entertainment almost every day. Hey man, I appreciate the kind words. And Smoke Grenadier, thank you for the baker's dozen 13 months. I think the noise you heard was a reload, not the shot. Really? So it must have been suppied. Oh, dude, something about when he said say my name, I lost it. If you remember when you listened to radio, the station number that was on Hertz was on a spectrum. So if it was a higher radio station, it was a better spectrum. Yeah, someone was off with that. Donkey, 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 donkey. We heard it. Did the guy that killed us, did he have an M700? All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look. They give us a Mosin on as a scav. We'll take advantage of it here. How much time's in the raid? We could play a little loose here. Free Mosin and Woods scoped. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mosin Monday. Do you feel like we're smooth right now? I feel like this is this is very smooth. Why is he shooting at me? Why was he shooting at me?
Bruh.
Why did they shoot at me? Sturman. Never mind. The heck? Okay. So the guy that was yelling wasn't yelling at us. He was yelling at the PMC. We ran up, the PMC shot us. It was a triangle. It was a triangle. So it was player, scav, us. We saw the scav yelling. Player saw the scav, but he shot us. So, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. So, working on getting the loot emote done, but our normal emote artist is I guess really busy right now. So, we're gonna find a new emote artist, or I'm working to find another emote artist. So hopefully we'll have that soonish. But what can we do here? We need to get a little mojo going. Little mojo. You know what? Let's build the armada up from next to nothing. The only thing I would say the only thing I'm not really willing to part with now is I'm not willing to part with like really subpar ammo. You know what I mean? I feel like subpar ammo at this stage in the game, you're asking for trouble. But we got this. Oh, we bought some BT. Sub Moparman ammo. There we go. All right, let's rally the troops here. We got some Amos. We're actually technically we're okay to go. Let's go with it. See if we can get a win here. What are we 0-2 today? 0-2? Oh, we got no contacts. Hold on. Dunk it. All right, buy some contacts. I promise you 100% dial on this run, chat. We just can't talk about grilling. We can't talk about Hertz. What can we talk about that doesn't undial us? Imagine being less than level 10. Yes, we will have full Unity Warzone tomorrow. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat here. We're broke? Nah. We're just selectively holding on to assets. 100% dial chat. Dan starts grinning. How about less talking and more clicking foreheads? Thank you. Can we please get some dang pack spam in the chat? Talk about dial phones. Yo, Jellied Weasel, brand new subscriber, 100% invented jelly donuts. Mo Parman 33. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Can we get some heavy pack spam in chat? We open up 2 packs in your honor on Friday. Appreciate the support. If you've been gifted a sub today, I would strongly encourage you to click the alert button in the upper right hand corner. It will tell you who gifted you your sub. Please use your first emoji. Your first dang emoji at the person that gifted your sub. Yo, Indy, thanks for continuing your gift sub. I even reached out to Indy. I'm like, hey, Indy, did you do emotes? He's like, no. I'm like, sorry, dude. All right, just knew that you did art. Maybe you wanted to do some art. And be like, hey, look, this is the emoji that Indy made every time we use it. Oh, yeah, Indy made that. Indy made. Oh, it's like, no. I'm like, all right, cool, dude. Sorry for asking. Sorry. I'm just totally joking.
You're not really joking, are you? No, I'm joking.
Paraska GG, thanks for the 2 months of Prime. I appreciate it.
Welcome, brand new subscriber.
Yo, Princeps. My pleasure. What's in your coffee? No, just look. I thought Indy did his own thumbnails. He doesn't do his own thumbnails. Exposed. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube drama updates right here. Indy doesn't do his own thumbnails.
Welcome, brand new subscriber.
It's okay. Like no judgment zone. I just thought. I'm gonna hit you with the Ryan response right now. My artist is credited in the description. You know this, Daniel. You're assuming I watch your videos. That was Ryan. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was Ryan Gary Letourneau's response. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This joke in India, watch anything you do Dark Souls related. I watch. Until it gets to the little brother stuff, then I skip over that part. Everything Indy does is Souls. Mario Souls, Waifu Souls, Cuphead, Souls of Cuphead. Bloodborne Souls. Tell me, Indy, tell me you don't have a video called Mario Souls. True Lion the Lion. The Cuphead is one of my favorite games of the past decade. We're on the record here saying that when the Cuphead DLC comes out, whatever's going on in the show will be completely yeeted. It's the only game that has that minkasicity. That can it will dethrone every platter. It would dethrone Demon Souls. Just is. It's the rare golden platter slot. When the chefs serve up the gold, you drop everything. Excited for Spelunky 2? I'm getting there. I'm like, I've been bit by the Spelunky bug. I did a bunch of first look at videos. I'm like, oh, these are all cool games, but can I have some more Spelunky? Do you have any, like, I'm like doing these videos. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm glad we did this one video on this game. I'm like, can I have some more Spelunky, sir? Would you fill up my Spelunky cup with just a little bit more? How about a little bit more? So just a little bit more? He looks over to chat. and sees nothing but dial in. Because the people know when I'm looking directly at them. I'm looking at you right now. It means I'm not looking somewhere else. I'm not looking at our surroundings. What's going on the map? Any auditory cues. I'm just not looking at it right now. Full glance. That's half glance. That's full glance. Around here, the glance is always half full.
Welcome, brand new subscriber.
Looking and glancing, but not dialed. We're getting there. We started the day -10. I'd say we probably started the day 30% dial. Then we started talking about grilling. We got in the negative dial. And now we're climbing our way back up. Oh, pesto got us completely. Because, like, pesto is extremely good wood. But you just... Like, I can't think of the last time I've seen it anywhere. I don't even know when I've had pesto, but I know that I've had it once. Look, whoever brought up pesto, you can do dang demon front seat. That's a good way to get us undialed. Talk about pesto. Less dialed than Irish Spring. Look, you guys look good, bad, or indifferent. I think it's good. You guys are always in control of the front seat. You guide this show. You talk about pesto and Irish Spring, you're going to get that kind of gameplay. Yo, Hidden Squids, what's good? Why in chat if you're considering having pesto for dinner? And in chat if you want me to stop talking about pesto. I feel like you could eat pesto by the spoonful.
That is new tech.
Yo. Pesto jar in the office when? Because it's got a little tang to it, doesn't it? Got a boomstick out here. It's rare that there's a gun in there. How about less pesto and more dial? There's one thing that can get us dialed in. It's gold. There's gold in here. Dial goes through the roof. If it's ruples, you're going to get more pesto. Kind of dialed right now. What's the gold chain count at? I think we're high 20s. What is that? Tell me that's not lootable. Nikita. For 32 gold chains. That looked lootable. Double Xeno? There's no way to cross here, right? Yeah, Dan, you've been playing this game for 3 years. You don't know you can't cross third floor of Leo by now? I really don't. But through deductive reasoning, you just figured it out.
Where's your hydration? I got my water bottle. You got your coffee. You got nothing, nothing.
I heard someone. Blood's pumping a little bit here. The Tarkov Doppler's going off right now. Is your Doppler going off right now? My TD's going off. Lag spike also confirms that. TD, Tarkov Doppler. I'm just telling you, I got a feeling. I got a feeling. The Doppler's going off. Oh, I thought that was a gold boy. Is there a gold Glock in this? Can we get a LEDX today? How about a key card instead? Or some candy?
Bruh.
My friend and I have a bet going about nice to meet you on the soundboard. Could you play that clip real quick? It depends. I need to know what the bet is. And then how can I stack the bet in your favor? There was a little bit of a controversy on Twitter this past weekend. Edmund McMillan is coming out with a new board game, which nowadays is the rare thing I would back on Kickstarter, but it backed it. And he's like, hey, I'm looking to name one of the characters. Does anyone have any ideas? Yeah. Name this worm Minkus. And then all of a sudden it got a little bit of traction. And then someone came in with a controversial statement. They're like, well, Daniel, what kind of controversy are we talking about here? Like, well, it's pretty controversial. Extremely controversial. And be like, well, how controversial if you're talking about a board game in Minkus? Look, it's probably the first time we'll break our own rule about current events, okay? So, I'm gonna give it to you. I got a tweet that said, Edmund says, what's the deal with Minkus? And this individual says it's the name of a character. Someone's close. It's the name of a character from the show Boy Meets World. Also a word commonly used by the streamer DANGHEESLING. My response, outside of being horribly offensive, that is historically false. Minkus is a character from our show and is also a symbol of being nervous in chat. Much later, the character Minkus was loosely adapted to a 90s kids show in which the likeliness is merely coincidental. Couple things on that. Number one, when people ask about Minkus, you now know the true lore. Number two, that whole conversation is...
It's nice to meet you, Minkus.
All right. Let's keep it moving here. Did I see the vote? What vote? Oh, yeah. Oh, this vote. Oh, okay, let's name the white worm. Top two will go head to head with the other poll. Minkus, let's go. Oh, let's vote for the worst one over here. Larry. No, I don't want him to go up against a tough one. I want it to be an easy win for Minkus. All right. Anyways, so we brought Edmund on the podcast, interviewed him, and definitely a friend of the show. Excited for his new board game. It's like a physical strategy game that's pretty fast and quick, and if you're into that kind of stuff, having not played it, I would still recommend it because, you know, Edmund makes good games. So I was glad that look, now if the character gets named Minkus, now we're in a different world of rare air, ladies and gentlemen. All of a sudden, you know, Minkus is starting to infiltrate multiple universes. Chat, should we signal boost that thing and get it to vote Minkus? Said no gas. Where's the gas? I don't think we can loot that. Heard someone to our right. Naming board characters during a raid. Skozar, thanks for the 10 minutes, says, I enjoy your gameplay, attitude, and production value. So much I wish I could give you my rubles and stash to keep the entertainment flowing since I don't play Tarkov anymore. Yo, I appreciate the kind offer. Someone's out here. All right, let's try to go to 210 here. Wants to pop a pain pill. I just learned that Girl Meets World sequel reboot show there's a character named Farkle Minkus. They stole that from our lore. Someone's close. Deep lore rare air fact. I actually met the kid from Boy Meets World randomly. The main kid. I was in my mid to late 20s when I met him. The main kid. Fred Savage. Carol Baskin. What do they have in common? I used to use the blue laser!
Let's go.
Oh. He started chasing. You guys saw the blue laser, right? What do you think he's doing? Yeah, I was waiting to snap around, but I'm like, I don't know. If he's got a blue laser, it's probably a good gun. What's this room? It's a 5K laser. How many hertz is that laser in? Apparently there's an Austrian composer named Ludwig Minkus.
Mom, have you met my good friend Minkus?
Can't something good? Can a Ledek spawn there? Pretty good eats in here. Yo, we're very thirsty. Let's drink the hot rod. Our hydration's at 19%. Some may call that a bit of a problem. I call that an opportunity. Just is on the no-fly list. How's the hydration IRL? I'd say Minkus to quite Minkus. How do you quick drop items? Good question. You just hover over it and hit the delete button. All right, let's press on. Have I found 15 hot rods since bingo? I don't think so. I've never seen that TikTok, Asmo. Where's this guy at? What's up, all you cool cats and kittens? What did she say? How's it going, all you cool cats and kittens? What did she say? Anyone have the direct vernacular? Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. If the moon was made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it? Can't even fathom that. I will say, if you're ever in the state of Michigan and you want the best ribs in the world, I can give you a recommendation. And I tend, like, I don't know about you, but I'm desensitized to the fact, but I try not to think about it. Like when you're talking about eating ribs, you're like, yeah, it's just meat. But then if you think about it, what you're eating, it, like, put some legit context in it. Like specifically the region of which is being eaten. -10, dial for barbecue talk. Best ribs in the world are in Michigan, Deb 8. I'll show you them after this. Heard steps. I think he's up here. Why not during? You're already undialed. He had the blue laser. I thought he was up. What are we 0-3 today? What's the dream? 0-6? I was dialed. I was pretty dialed. Chat. We were pretty. What? Give me a percent. 0 to 100. What? 100 being dialed out of our mind. 0 meaning not dialed. What were we dialed, chat? Let's get an accurate rating here. I'm gonna get involved in here too. Dan, you were talking about where the ribs were. Average 19% dialed. Well, you guys, well, at least we'll show you the ribs now. Also, how are we doing in this poll? Minkus. How is Mort even in the conversation with Minkus? All right, let me see if I can show you these ribs. Honestly, they're the best in the world. Let me see if I can show you. Detroit original BBQ. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you, if you go there, tell them Minka sent you. They'll have no idea what you're talking about. Look, nothing fancy, but when you get the ribs, ladies and gentlemen, they're not sloppy. They're tight. The sauce, oh, dude, I can't even. The glands are pumping. That's a sad outside looking picture. Excuse me. How dare you? This is the Boneyard, ladies and gentlemen. There's a couple locales. You want the one in Dearborn Heights.